Hello guys, how are you? Welcome back. This is Carlos Canteri. First of all, I really love you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm really excited about life because life is really fantastic and a great opportunity for me and you to change the world by changing ourselves from the inside out. So welcome back. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Why do you love so much me, Carlos? Why do you love me? Because I am your spiritual brother. I am an interstellar brother. I am a star seed. I am your brother. You are my sister. You are my brother. And we are here to help each other. We are here to inspire each other. We are here to cooperate. We are here to co-create another level of consciousness. We are here to co-create another level of perception. We are here to co-create another level of inner refinement. We are here to create another possibility and another elevation in the way we perceive life. Life is amazing. Life is superb. Life is one of a kind. Life is super exciting. So welcome back. Well, in our Starseed Talk of today, I'm really excited to, talk about a really interesting subject, which is innovation in education. People don't know what you create in education anymore. Why? They're always repeating the same knowledge, the same skills, the same ideas. They're always repeating the same idealization. They're always repeating the same, and the same, So they're always repeating the same ideas, the same information, the same things, the same. Why? I don't know. They're repeating samsara, labyrinth. Do you know a band called Labyrinth from Italy? Yes, there's an amazing band from Italy, melodic metal, called Labyrinth in the 90s and 80s as well. You gotta know more about them. But anyways, we're really excited about life, guys. So, yes, I'm listening to this amazing song. And this amazing song is actually one of the most important songs that I will be eventually using in my event. Okay? So yeah, I'm doing the best. Well guys, innovation in education. How can we innovate in education? First of all, AI is here. Probably you'll be obsolete. Probably guys. Probably you will be obsolete. Totally obsolete. Why? Because AI is better. AI is better in everything we do. Unless you start to become an artist, professor, like more humanitarian thing, like yoga, meditation, the arts, imagination, creativity, right? Unless you start to create something like a business, like a brand, a product or service. Yeah, you have possibility to overcome this challenge. You really have. You gotta know more about yourself. Guys. Why do I say this? Yeah, you gotta know more about yourself. Know thyself, said the Greek philosophers, right? They were right. Know more about yourself, and I go beyond of this element. Go and know more about your higher self. I am presence. Higher self. Become connected, aligned within the heart and soul. Connected, aligned within the heart and soul. So you gotta know more about your highest potential. You gotta know more about your frequency, your energy, your mental parts. You gotta know more about your possibilities. You gotta know more about your new momentum. You gotta know more about elevation. You gotta know more about creativity, creation, imagination. You gotta know more about the possibility to overcome problems. You gotta know more about your highest potential in life. You gotta know more about your inner potential in life. You gotta know more about your greatest potential in life. You gotta know more about yourself, your higher self, your future self, your present self, and then let go of the past. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go the past. Just let it go the past. Leave the past behind. Leave the past behind. I mean, if your family is really broken, like I had a broken family in the past, you know, and I had issues with my dad, with my uncle, you know, with cousins and other people. I had many different issues with my sister. My mother was really awesome. My mother was really amazing with me, and she was awesome in terms of, you know, in terms of helping me or inspiring me or educating me. So education comes from the mother, right? And then you gotta know more about education, because education is the basic level for you to succeed in your life, for you to succeed in professional or personal life. I had problems with my dad, but then I started to fix the problems with my dad. I started to love him more. I started to help him more. I started to, forgive. Oponopono, I release. I forgive. I was starting to become more connected to my heart, and then I was really focusing on yoga, meditation, sharing the light with my hands, helping others with spirituality. I was really focusing on that element, and for somehow I really understood and I connected with my higher self, and because of that connection, I just really understood, well, this is the time, guys. This is the time for me to succeed. This is time for me to elevate my frequency, and this is time for me to just speak about success. Success in all areas. Personal, professional area, all areas. Spiritual area, all areas. You gotta know more about successful mindset. You gotta know more about the successful mindset. You gotta know more about the successful heart set, one set, soul set, energy, right? You gotta know more about how to build energy, how to create your own energy, and then money will come. Money will come because it's just like a matter of fact of frequency and value. You gotta know how to produce more value. You gotta know how to produce more value to other people. You gotta know more about that perspective, guys. You really need to know more about that. Why are you saying this, Carlos? Well, pretty much because you gotta know more about how to build more value to other people. Because this is a time. This is a time for us to innovate. This is time for us to create another level of inner refinement. This is time for us to create another level of connectivity, connection. This is time for us to create another level of elevation. And then forgive people. Just forgive. Let it go. Release them from your past. Love them as they want. That's just the way they are, man. Just love them. Love them. Just love them. And then once you release everyone around you, you're really excited because you're creating your life from scratch. You're really creating your life from zero. Nobody cares about you in the end. Only God. Okay? And now I know that even your family really will not care about you. Maybe your dad, maybe your mother, maybe a best friend. Yes. Maybe a best friend will care about you, man. So know how to use the power of self-responsibility. Know how to use the power of self-correction. Know how to use the power of self-elevation. Know how to use the power of self-elevation, self-correction all the time. That's the miracle. That's the miracle. That's the miracle, guys. So you gotta know more about changing the way you perceive things. You gotta know more about changing the way you see things. You gotta know more about changing the way you create things. So So education is the key element for you to succeed, and if you want to succeed, you got to know more about education. So let's talk about innovation and education. What do we mean innovation, Carlos? Well, innovation is not creating something from scratch. That is creativity. That is, creation, right? So innovation is different. Innovation is just observing a specific area or product or service, and then you just innovate inside of that. So that's the first element, right? Innovation is just like creating again, recreating, designing again, inventing again, using other, elements, or improving the old elements you're seeing right now. So that is creativity. That is, of course, innovation. I mean, creativity is connected with innovation for sure, but when you're creating from scratch, you're not innovating, you're inventing, right? So invention is different than innovation. That's the first element for us to know. So you gotta know more about inventing things as well from scratch. Like imagine this, we can create like a healing chamber from universe, right? Like universal interstellar civilizations. We can bring this, interstellar chamber for healing people instead of going to the hospitals and receiving the same old method of healing, right? So you can heal all people, all situations with this chamber. So imagine this, how beautiful could be this, right? Right, of course. It will be fun. Amazingly well done, So yeah, it's an amazing time. And then we gotta know more about this possibility, right? You gotta know more about this possibility. You gotta know more about all things, everything, right? So this is it. This is the time, guys. So inventing is different than creating. Creating is different than inventing. Okay? Inventing is different than creating. Inventing is different than creating. You gotta create as well. You gotta creating. What I'm saying, innovation, right? So innovation is amazing, but you can change the innovation aspect, right? You can change the innovation aspect too. So you can create innovation, and then you can create invention too. So both areas are awesome, right? Both areas. Anyways, that's a good element. So invention is different than creation, right? Invention is different than innovation, right? So innovation is one aspect, and then invention is another aspect. So you got to pay attention about this. But anyways, so let's talk about innovation. Innovation is just creating something from another pattern. So you see, for example, the design of a car, and then you say, okay, we already have the car, but you can create another design for the car. So this is innovation. In terms of education, we can create another possibility to teach, another form to teach. Could be online, or eventually create another education system, more like a humanitarian system. We can create another way using VR and technology, or even like Elon Musk is trying, right? That is like implanting the chip. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's good, maybe it's not good, but I think it's not good. But anyways, for some people could be good, for other people no, but it depends. But innovation in education might be coming from another element, and the way people are teaching and learning, how to learn faster, how to learn, in a more creative manner. So all the things around that. So could be fun. Yeah, innovation in education could be really fun. But another area, we can understand that innovation is one aspect, just one element of all. And then we have invention. Then invention is creating from scratch, out of nowhere. So that is really challenging. Imagine you creating right now this healing chamber, right? You need to have out-of-body experiences, guys, for you to see and in other starships, how to bring that reality to the earth. The healing chambers. Okay? So you gotta know more about the healing chambers as well. Healing chambers of light. That is one element in health tech. Okay? So you can create the healing chambers of light in health tech. It's a new thing. Nobody actually saw this. Nope. So this is an invention, right? Tesla did so many different inventions, right? He was an amazing inventor. He was an amazing scientist. He was an amazing person, an amazing human being. So Tesla is a really great example from people that are really exciting and that are really focused on adding more value. So you got to know more about this difference, right? You got to know more about this difference. What else? So yeah, invention is different. Invention is totally different, guys. Totally. So you got to know more how to create inventions, and also how to create inventions, and then how to create innovations, right? Innovation is simple. You just observe the reality right now, and then you start to change a little, like change the details and change something, and then you're innovating. So it's really quite simple. Inventing is not really simple. Inventing is challenging because you need to have out-of-body experiences, totally conscious in other worlds, in other realities, right? And because of this out-of-body experience, you gotta know how to build from scratch everything you do. So coming the energy from afar, from behind, from beyond the normal. That's my concept for my song called Beyond Normal. Beyond Normal is really simple. Beyond Normal is really complex eventually, but people didn't really understand, right? So people didn't really understand this in the past. But anyways, that's how it is. So, innovation in education. How can we innovate? Well, for the first element, we can innovate in education. We can create another possibility in teaching. So professors need to be more update, in this update level. They need to be more upgraded, right? So we need to be focused on the upgrade and the way people teach in classroom. So we need to be focused more on teaching and professors training, and be focused more on that. That's the first element. The second step, I think, it's like let's see. Second step, I think it's like the receiving, the students. Well, students don't really like to study, right? Most of the time. So they're always focused on the money and on success and status and blah blah blah. So yeah, they're not really focused on adding more values, only the value, right? So that's another element for us to observe that we need to change. Okay, students need to be in more amazing opportunity, and students need to be more elevation. They really need to be in more elevation. So that's the first element. Okay. Students need to be in more this receiving mode. They need to be focused on the want process. They need to want to learn. That's the first element. Okay, so students need to be more proactive in a more proactive manner. They need to really desire to learn, right, for their own human growth. Okay. Number three, we need to change the method. So methodologies, they need to be more updated and more focused on elevation, right? So methodologies are really the most amazing possibilities right now, because you got to know more how to read faster, how to learn how to learn, right? Techniques, skills, how to meditate, how to take a deep breath, how to enter in the flow state, to be calm, how to be in more open, proactive manner, right? You gotta know more how to be more excited, I think, excellent or enlightened, right? You gotta know more about all. So that is the first element. The second element is you need to be more open to new realities, right? So you gotta know how to learn by yourself. Self-education, self-responsibility, right? So you need to know how to learn by yourself. You need to know how to teach by yourself. You need to know how to decode ideas and understand ideas by yourself. So that is the first element you need to know. And I like that. So yeah, that's the first element, right? Self-education. You gotta know how to teach yourself and how to learn by yourself without, depending on others. Of course, we need to have amazing professors as well, amazing people as well. We need to have mentors and professors. That's amazing. But, secondly, I think we need to know how to think by ourselves, because we're always depending on other people's perceptions. We're always depending on other people, and we gotta be more independent in somehow. And then I think the other thing we need to innovate in education, I believe that we need to innovate in the way we treat education. Education is not a commodity, okay? Education is not a commodity. It's not a product. Education is for real. It's serious. It's superior consciousness level. Education is not only selling courses, selling graduation degrees or certifications, things like that. Education is superior. Education for life is way out superior than only education for education for this professional marketplace we are in. So we got to know more about the elevation in education. Education for life, how to think correctly, how to feel correctly, how to become a true human being, how to respect the other people, how to respect the others, how to create cooperation, how to reduce guns and violence and wars, right? How to create a better environment, how to create startups, how to create projects, how to create more value to other people. We gotta know more about how to create more value to other people. We gotta know more about this, because if we are totally focused on creating the same levels of consciousness from the past, we will be falling down. We will be falling down all over again. So education must be another level of consciousness. It's not only a degree, a certification. It's not only for the marketplace. It's not only learning a skill, a professional skill, learning like how to code or whatever. Education is actually life realization, self-realization. You gotta know more about yourself. If you know more about yourself, you know more about others. And yeah, I'm like Buddha and inside of this matrix, right? In the middle of the chaos right now, the urban chaos, the modern monk. So you gotta know more about the elevation, right? You gotta know more about the elevation, guys. You gotta know more about that. You gotta know more about that. You got to know more about how to take care of yourself. Know how to take care of yourself. First element, guys. First element. So